Welcome to Herbally Yours, an adventure into the world of natural medicine. Here is your host, Dr. Ellen Kamai, the natural nurse who will help you take the leap to ultimate wellness.
And greetings. Thank you so much for joining me, Ellen Kamai, the natural nurse, for another edition of Herbally Yours on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. Herbally Yours brings you the latest information about the many facets in the world of natural living. Today, I am so happy to have as my guest Cassandra Hill. Cassandra has a passion in enhancing the quality of life, especially with a focus on the aging population, as well as their caregivers. As an undergraduate student, she focused on the Area Agency of Aging, and she always enjoys helping seniors. She got a master's degree as well in gerontology, and also wrote a thesis on how does place of residence affect depression among seniors. She has worked for years in long-term management, and she is recognized as VIP Woman of the Year by the National Association of Professional Women, and is also on the advisory committee of the Alzheimer's Cure Foundation and on the Governor's Advisory Council on Aging for the state of Arkansas. Cassandra also owns and operates a wellness consulting business helping individuals on their path to healthy living. So she is a busy girl. You can find out more at CassandraHill.com. That's CASSANDRA. Hill, HILL.com. So thank you so much for joining us today, Cassandra.
Thanks for having me.
So let's go back in time. And you obviously are someone who has studied a lot. And what made you focus your studies on the aging population?
Actually, when I first began college, I was in nursing. And when I started my clinicals, my second clinical was in aging, and I really enjoyed it, and I thought, I really like this. And there was other aspects of nursing I didn't like as much, but I thought, okay, I enjoy this, so let me delve more into this. And so when I changed majors, I spent more and more time doing research, and that's actually how I learned that gerontology is actually a career, that I could actually major in this. And so there it was. That was the beginning for me. And,
so it went from an interest first.
Yeah.
And then
Yes.
actually developed into, wow, I can really do this, help people, and make it my life's calling.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
that's a nice progression. Not everybody, gets that kind of clarity in what their dharma is. In terms of dharma, that's sort of an Indian term that means focus on our life work. And certainly that's something that you have been doing. Tell me a little bit more about the Governor's Advisory Council on Aging for the state of Arkansas.
Sure. We, as a council, we meet every quarter in our capital, which is Little Rock, for the state of Arkansas, and we discuss issues that primarily affect the older adult population, and we help advocate for seniors. We write letters. We give suggestions to the governor as well as the lieutenant governor on policies that primarily affect the older adult population. And it's something that I'm truly honored to do. I was selected for my county, and right now at this time, I'm the only person in my area that represents Arkansas, so it really means a great deal to me because I'm from Arkansas, born and raised. And Arkansas, I'm not for sure how many people are aware, we have the highest level of senior hunger in the country in Arkansas. So the seniors here, in comparison to other states, definitely have some challenges to overcome. And so it really means a lot to me that I'm able to help empower them and hopefully improve their quality of life.
What a wonderful focus. Now, another thing I'm so thrilled with is not only are you so active on state councils and you're on the National Dean's List and all women collegiate scholar, you are a very well versed and educated person. And it seems like, in addition to your high level of professional achievement, you're very involved in natural medicine. How did that happen?
You know, you would be surprised. I was diagnosed with systemic lupus in 2014, and it was at the end of 2014. So I began my new year undergoing chemo drugs for my lupus because of the severity of it. My doctor thought that would be a good option for me, and so I did that along with the traditional steroids. And it wasn't as effective as I would have liked for it to be in. And so after I did that for several months, I began researching and ended up taking some courses in health and wellness. And honestly, the more I learned, I thought there's something to holistic. And so I just started implementing various vitamins, supplements, essential oils into my daily life. And we fast forward 2016, I was in remission.
Wow, that is a wonderful thing to hear. And I'd like our listeners to remind them that you are listening to Herbally Yours on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. I'm Ellen Kamai, the natural nurse, and my guest today is advocate and specialist in aging, Cassandra Hill. And thank you so much for sharing all that information with us, Cassandra. Now, you have a free ebook available too. Can people find that if they go to CassandraHill.com?
Yes, you can. It's also available on Amazon, just Aging with Essential Oils. If you are a Kindle user, you could download it for free. If you're not a Kindle user, you can download it for $2. And I promise you the information would definitely be beneficial to you, whether you're 80 or 50.
Well, let's talk about that focus that you have on essential oils, since, as you just shared with us, you've done different kinds of healing techniques, such as vitamins, and I'm sure you looked at what you eat. That's very important to control your health. But let's go into essential oils, because that's something you really seem to focus and specialize on.
Definitely. You know, oftentimes we don't think of plants, flowers, those oils that are in those plants are natural living objects that have different substances that helps them in protecting their health. And so now we realize that if that plant is distilled, cold pressed, and an oil is developed from that what's beneficial for that plant can also help us in our health. And one of the things I definitely want to emphasize is focusing on natural, because there's so many essential oil products on the market now that you have to be really careful and do your due diligence to make sure that you're purchasing a 100% pure essential oil without additives.
Yes, that's true. And also, there is a lot of confusion because herbal things can be prepared many ways. For instance, an extract can be prepared with alcohol or vinegar. We actually give classes on ground where people come out with us, collect plants, and make medicine on their own. So that would not be an essential oil. Essential oils have a more complex process, and it has to be done through distillation.
Yes.
So
Yes,
most
it
people
does.
can't just do that at their house, although there are small distillers, but you're talking about, high level, all natural, distilled essential oils to be sure they have the right active constituents in them.
Yes. And oftentimes if you're new to essential oils, just look at that label, because if you see the word fragrance oil or perfume oil or nature identical oil, those are pretty good indicators that it's not a pure essential oil. And those, if you choose to purchase those, just for fragrance purposes, make a room smell good, okay, but not in regards to ingesting or applying topically to your skin that can be not beneficial to your health.
Right. So again, the vocabulary matters. Now, I will say here on our show, we cannot name a brand. But you have evaluated them to a great extent, and if people are interested beyond today's show, but we'll talk about, the good quality essential oils, they can contact you for more information at CassandraHill.com. But it's very interesting what you just shared, and there's a lot of confusion about that as well in terms of what the difference is between aromatherapy, which is what you're talking about, that is essential oils are used for that. So people get confused and think it's about the scent or the smell. So we're going to take a little break right here, and when we come back, we'll continue with that question. And listeners, I'd like you to know that you are listening to Herbally Yours on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. Listen live online at nccradio.org or on iHeartRadio. For more information on today's guest or topic, email us at whpc@ncc.edu. Stay tuned. Herbally Yours will be right back.
The following is made possible by Dad.
Why was the basketball court all wet? Because the players kept dribbling all over it.
The dad joke. Corny, groan-worthy, but also one of the simplest ways to share a moment with your kids.
Why do you have to be careful when it's raining cats and dogs? Because you might step in a poodle.
And kids that spend more time with their dads grow up to be smarter, more successful.
Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding.
And with any luck, funnier adults.
Why didn't the skeleton go to the dance? Because he didn't have any body to go with.
Dad jokes rule. So take a moment to make a moment and give your kid a laugh. It's as easy as going to fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
That's really funny.
And welcome back to more on Herbally Yours right here on the voice of Nassau Community College. Today we are speaking to gerontologist specialist Cassandra Hill, and she has been sharing with us her life path, the importance of special services for those who are aging, and also natural medicine with a focus on essential oils. So you're so right, Cassandra, about not being so concerned. We're not using essential oils, although they are aromatic and the aroma can be relaxing and healing. That's not the only focus.
Definitely. We want to